I'm making a video about one, my 18th birthday, November 12th, 2000, so I'm officially 18, and about Bohemian Rhapsody, which I just went and seen. Which I had been waiting so long to watch, and I'm so happy because it came out so good for so many reasons. First, I want to say I knew Rami Malek was a good actor for a long time because can you look at him in The Pacific, which was a really good movie, and even though it was a hideous movie, The Sweet Blood of Jesus, he was really, really good in that. He was the only one that was good in that because I hate that movie. But The Pacific, I called it a movie. It's not a movie. It's a miniseries. It's a 10-part miniseries, and he plays a character called Snafu, who is one of the soldiers deployed in the Pacific back in like 1940. And it's based on a true story, and they show all the actual soldiers and things like that from that time. I always remember stuff for my videos when I'm already finished filming, and I was like, I don't know how this happened, but I just now realized, and I was like, I am so slow, but I just now realized the boy that played John Deacon in Bohemian Rhapsody is the exact same one that was in the Pacific with Rami Malek when he was playing Snafu. He's the exact same person. And I was like, how did I not realize that this is like their second show movie thing together?
Are my eyes yellow?
Why would your eyes be yellow?
Come on, your old man's a doctor. Look at my eyes.
Give it a rest, Snafu.
Seriously. I'm getting that yellow jaundice been going around, I know it. The heebie-jeebies.
It's hepatitis and you don't have it.
And so yeah, I already knew he was a good actor. I had been waiting. I was like, yes. Not only that, but because Queen means a lot to me. Now, I have a lot of bands that mean a lot to me, but Queen means a lot to me because when I was like 10 years old, sorry, I'm shaking right now. I'm always shaking, but every time I try to make a video, then the shakes want to start. I'm always shaking, but now I'm shaking. In some of my other videos, you can see my hands and stuff shaking, but now my legs are shaking, so. But anyways, I was just like floating through life as a little 10-year-old, and then I discovered Queen, and I was like, this music was so amazing, and I loved it ever since. And that's kinda, even though Bon Jovi kickstarted me into my bands, Queen kind of kickstarted me into more classic rock rather than just like pop rock. Not that Bon Jovi's pop rock, but you know what I mean. More, Bon Jovi's more contemporary rock and Queen's more classic rock, starting back. So yeah. So I have been waiting to see this movie for a long time, and if anybody knows me, they know my favorite. The way to get me to a movie is to either one, be a musical, or two, be a biography. Because one of my favorite movies is Worried About the Boy, which is a movie about Boy George. And I always talk about this. It's in my top 20 best movies list or something. And that's a really good movie.
Then I have to fire you.
You can't fire me, I quit.
You can't quit after you're fired.
No, I quit hours ago. I was just soon out at the end of my shift.
Well, you didn't mention it to me or Rusty, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, it counts. Me and Martin are talking about starting a band.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, my favorite movie of all time.
You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your door.
12 out of 10. Really, really good. What's it called? Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Really good movie. It's, Guy Pearce and, what's his name? I always forget his name. I know his name, but I always forget.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Now, this is quite an experience sitting here with you now. I quite safely say that I think your taste in clothing is absolutely terrible because you can't say a word, can you?
whatever his name is, the one that played like General Zod in the original Superman, and he'll be back. Went to get my birthday cake and forgot I was even making a video. But I am back now. Back all like crackle. So anyways, like I was saying, those are my favorite types of movies. But anyways, let me get into Bohemian Rhapsody. And firstly, I want to talk about what? Movies that I do want to see in the upcoming year. Of course, I want to see Rocket Man because I love Elton John too. And me and my mom were going to see if we could get tickets to see his farewell tour, which is coming here January. So let's hope on that. But I said biopics I would want to see if they're going to make some more would be one on Def Leppard, a remade one because the one they made was trash, and it's just so much is wrong with that movie. That movie is a steaming lump of trash, and no. So I would want to see a Def Leppard biopic, a Mick Ronson biopic, because I feel like Mick Ronson's story hasn't been told like it should be. So I would want to see that. One on the Rolling Stones because duh, they're the Rolling Stones. That would be really like somebody playing Ronnie Wood, somebody playing Mick Taylor, somebody playing Brian Jones. A remade one because I didn't like the one they did. Like the original one, no, stop. Like in the same way they did, what's it called? There's another movie they did. It's not Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's a different movie and it's a biopic. But kind of the same way they did Worried About the Boy, I would want them to do a Rolling Stones movie or maybe like some type of movie, but not the same basic story they always do like with like the later years when they added Ronnie Wood and like all that. So I would want to see that biopic. If I can think of anybody else, I'm thinking because I'm always I always have my ideas in my brain. Then the second I try to make a video, they leave me, and I'm just like, what do I want to see? You know? So yeah, I would want to see that. Alice Cooper, like from the start of their band until he went solo, I would love, 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 love to see that. From the original Alice Cooper band, and I know they made some movies back in the 70s, which I love. That's what I was gonna say. Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare with Vincent Price. That's a good movie.
Why? There's been nothing frightening yet. It's all been so tame so far. You don't want to wake up, do you?
Well, I wouldn't mind.
Well, you can't wake up.
Anyways, into the movie. So when the movie is first opening, we hear the song Somebody to Love, which is good. And I knew that I was like, either they're going to do it where they start at the beginning, or they're going to start at the end and go back to the beginning. And there was a movie, that's been the movie style for the last few years, to start at the end and go to the beginning. The beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning type thing. So they start at Wembley Arena playing Somebody to Love, blah, 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 blah. And no, I watched this movie with my mom. And so as the movie was going on and on and on, there was all these parts, and she kept being like, I remember when that happened. I remember when that song came out. I remember watching that on TV. I remember donating to Live Aid, and I was like, Mommy, I know. And like she was sitting there literally shedding tears, actual tears. I'm like, Mommy, why are you crying? And she was singing along and all that, and I'm like, Mommy, why do you do this? Why do you do this? But yeah, it was just really good.
Who are you looking at? Do you think you could do better?
And here's the thing that I like when they do in biopics. The person does become the person they're playing, but they still have a little bit of themselves in there. Because the true key to playing somebody else is like to bring your elements and your everything to the role. And I know a lot of fans didn't like it because it wasn't completely accurate as far as dates when songs were released, and as far as the outfits, costumes, and a lot of the stuff in the timeline was like completely out of order and out of whack. But here's the thing you have to think about. They've been making this movie for 10 plus years. So the fact that it even got made is incredible, because a lot of movies they say they're going to make and then they never do. And fans are just sitting there like, can we at least see the uncut version? Can we at least see the rough edits? And they're like, no, you can't. Goodbye. And you're just like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just go fall in a hole. But the fact that they even made this movie is really good, really incredible, like I said. So yeah, I really did like that. And that's what's funny. A lot of the costumes obviously are remakes of the original Queen Freddie Mercury outfits because it's hard to. Here's the thing people have to think about. It is so hard to find clothes from that time, especially when people made their own custom clothes. How do you really think? How accurate do you expect a costume or a timeline to be from somebody now trying to interpret something from way back then? Not every single detail is going to be 12 out of 10 much amazed. Like, you need to get around that and enjoy the fact that the movie was at least decent and that the boy who played Brian May looked just like him, like to a T, like 12 out of 10. I don't know where they found him, but he looked just like him. And I was like falling off my chair in shock. So yeah, that's basically my point. I liked it. I don't really want to spoil it, mostly because I kind of sort of forgot what happens, but it was good. I mean, I've watched Queen biographies before, but obviously they haven't done like this level of biopic before. But yeah, it was really good. If I had to rate it, I would give it a an 8.5, and that's just because I felt like it ended kind of fast. Like, I feel like there could have been more, like there could have been more to the movie. Like, I don't know how to explain, but they could have did more. Cause like, I hate when movies do this. They're always like, the person did this and this and this, and then they died, boom. And I'm like, they just died after that? Okay. Cause like, I know they're not gonna show the whole, like, everybody knows how the Queen story ends. We all know Freddie Mercury died and they had to get, put the band back together without him, and now they're touring with Adam Lambert. And everybody who knows Queen knows that. But I'm just saying they could have did more into the after of Queen. And I know it's not called Freddie Mercury, it's about Queen, not Freddie Mercury, but still, they could have did more into the after, like when he made his final video and when he did his final songs and blah 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 blah. And I know supposedly there's an R-rated unreleased edit, and they did a lot of cuts for this. So maybe in the unreleased, uncut version, there's more into that. So maybe we'll see more of that. But besides that, I liked it. But I just think they could have put more in there. Could have did more information, more facts. You know, because I feel like it was kind of breezing by the movie. But yeah. So besides that, it was a pretty good movie. 8.5, like I said. Would buy, would watch. Recommend you go watch because it was so good. So yeah, that's about it. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Or into the after of Queen. And I know it's not called Freddie Mercury, it's about Queen, not Freddie Mercury, but still, they could have did more into the after, like when he made his final video and when he did his final songs and blah 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 blah. And I know supposedly there's an R-rated unreleased edit, and they did a lot of cuts for this. So maybe in the unreleased, uncut version, there's more into that. So maybe we'll see more of that. But besides that, I liked it. But I just think they could have put more in there. Could have did more information, more facts. You know, because I feel like it was kind of breezing by the movie. But yeah. So besides that, it was a pretty good movie. 8.5, like I said. Would buy, would watch. Recommend you go watch because it was so good. So yeah, that's about it. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Or into the after of Queen. And I know it's not called Freddie Mercury, it's about Queen, not Freddie Mercury, but still, they could have did more into the after, like when he made his final video and when he did his final songs and blah 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 blah. And I know supposedly there's an R-rated unreleased edit, and they did a lot of cuts for this. So maybe in the unreleased, uncut version, there's more into that. So maybe we'll see more of that. But besides that, I liked it. But I just think they could have put more in there. Could have did more information, more facts. You know, because I feel like it was kind of breezing by the movie. But yeah. So besides that, it was a pretty good movie. 8.5, like I said. Would buy, would watch. Recommend you go watch because it was so good. So yeah, that's about it. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.